Hello. This is a game plan for you to have business success. If we have not met before, I'm John Ruman, international business coach and consultant. Thank you for the opportunity. This is me taking a post I've done in a local group in Trinidad and delving deep into it. I had a lot of questions and feedback privately in the group, outside of the group, and I want to allow a series of videos to basically answer those questions. So this is kind of going in the first 5 or 6 parts of that, and I'll be doing these within the Facilitating Greatness group in depth for you to check out. So the first, let me tell you the crux of the person. The person had a question. They had been in business for a while. They'd been having challenges, and they're asking kind of fundamental questions about how they should be running the business, if they should proceed, and they were basically financially failing, from what I could gather, with at least how it was going now, and they just weren't sure how to get out of the mess they were in. So I kind of had this strong flow that came through me, and I just basically kept on writing, giving a lot of feedback, and people loved it, and that's what we'll be talking about in this series. So it's basically me going in depth with what I had actually said in this post. So quite simply, this first part that I think is critical for anyone who wants to start a business is that they often think they hear all about people saying jump ship, just go take that leap of faith, go do it. Here's the big challenge of that. I'll be totally honest with you. Statistically, most businesses fail in the first 3 to 5 years. I think 3 years, 80%, 5 years, 90%. Something crazy. It's a very small statistic of businesses that actually succeed. One of the reasons businesses don't do so well is it can take a while to build momentum. There's something called a pivot, which is when something doesn't work out right. It doesn't mean you get rid of the business. It means you take a few shifts and tweaks and such to make the business work. For example, you probably have heard of YouTube. YouTube is not, or was not, excuse me, a video sharing service. It was a dating service. Facebook was a social sharing within universities only. You had to be a student. It was very hard to get in. And obviously they've changed the models. They pivoted to what the market wanted so that they could maximize the benefit for what they're trying to do. Not only financially, but also with whatever vision they have for the organization. So that being said, when someone tries to start a company, it's often that financially it doesn't do so well for the first 18 months to 3 years. There needs to be super, super, super lean finances. They may have to sell their car. They start and honestly, most are so broke after 3 years when the business fails that they're just like, why would I ever do this again? Here's how you get around that. If you have the ability to have, let's say you have two people, a husband, wife, 2 partners, it doesn't really matter, and they support each other financially, this allows for the business to start, to have the basic bills covered, whether it be rent, whether it be the mortgage, whether it be the car, all the insurance, food, clothing. I'm not talking about expensive trips. I'm not talking about elaborate expenditures of any type. What I am talking about is prudent buying decisions in the first few years. So basics are covered by one person. The other person, while this is going on, tries and works in the business, figures out what works and what doesn't have the risk of having their home, their car, their clothing, and their food, the basics, taken from them because they couldn't succeed. And it allows them to figure out what works and what doesn't. Likewise, if the person is an individual and they don't have a support partner, whether it be a spouse or partner, of any sort, they are in a different situation. They need to work their normal job to pay for these bills, and then in the evenings and weekends, spend time doing this. With that being said, so regardless of the situation, the job is happening either on a part-time basis or full-time by someone who's supported by another. And again, ideally, the finances are kept to a minimum so they could focus on building the business. During that time, what this allows you to do is your brain is not like, oh my God, I'm going to die. What if this doesn't happen? Things are not going to work out. It really allows you to figure things out. Also, it allows for you to take the money that you generate and reinvest it in the business. So let's assume you're making a certain amount of money, you're having some level of success. Let's say you need certain equipment. You can upgrade or improve the quality of the equipment. You can use it in online advertising, whether it be social media, browser, search engine kind of thing. It could be taking courses. I'd strongly encourage you to learn what the experts know and do so you are able to better facilitate this. All of that you can do while you are working or while your partner is working. And what this allows is for things to build and create momentum. Once momentum is built and there's enough continual momentum, you now can hire someone part-time to help you out. The great thing about doing that now, let's assuming you're solo and you don't have the support system, while you do your regular day job, someone is helping grow your business for you. Start with half a day a week. They can be a virtual assistant, grow from there to eventually 2 half days or 1 full day, however you want to plan it out, and slowly and steadily expand so you can now, over time, have a growing business. The awesome thing is, as you do this more and more frequently, the business will compound on itself. You'll make more sales as you reinvest existing sales for more social media advertising. You'll be able to get more things done that need to be done by having this virtual assistant working for you while you have your day job. A couple key factors is when you do this, regardless of the situation you're in, I would encourage you get enough sleep. Studies have shown that 90 minutes less of the amount of sleep your body needs actually means 4 hours less productivity. What happens is people think I need to live and work like 100 hours, insane amount of hours a week to have this done. And the problem is they can't have a clear head. So I hope this has been helpful. I'd love to hear any questions you have on this. I'm trying to keep these videos fairly short. Please let me know what questions you have. I'm happy to help you in any way that I can. And I will share this, the clips of the video, so people on various other places could get information so they could check out the full thing on the group. So all the best. Let me know what questions you have. If this is your situation, how are you doing it? What's worked well for you? I'd love to hear your feedback. Thank you so much.